I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and he mentioned how hard leadership is when there are fewer and fewer folks who know who you were before you held a title, a position, or any type of power. It reminded me of this great speech by Jordan Peterson after the passing of England's Queen Elizabeth II. I'll try my best to sum it up here. He was talking about power and position and leadership, and he said, as you grow in power, in position, in leadership, or fame, something begins to change. The more you rise, the fewer people you'll find who will keep you grounded. You begin to operate in a world where praise is constant, where your decisions are magnified, and where the stakes feel higher with every move you make. Here's the thing. This can be dangerous. When you're at the top, the chances of having someone around you who is honest, candid, and willing to challenge you become extremely low. Why? Because, honestly, people are afraid of you. Afraid to question the person in power. Afraid to point out the flaws or blind spots. Afraid to be the one who disagrees. And when you don't have that, when you don't have someone who can speak truth to power, it becomes incredibly easy to lose sight of what matters most. Now, if you're in a leadership position, especially if you reached a level of fame or authority, I want to ask you, who do you have to answer to? Think about that for a second. As you climb the ladder, who are you truly accountable to? Who is keeping you in check? Who is asking you the tough questions? Who is pushing you to think beyond your ego and your legacy and your ambition? That's why, if you're fortunate enough to lead, it's crucial to surround yourself with people who have a deeper perspective. People who have witnessed the long arc of history, who have seen the patterns, who have lived through the consequences of previous decisions. Because history isn't just a collection of events, it's a guide. And the longer you are in leadership, the more important it becomes to have someone who can point out the larger picture. Someone who reminds you that leadership is not about being the loudest voice in the room, or the one who gets the most applause. It's about making decisions that endure, decisions that are wise and moral, even when no one is watching. To follow in the footsteps of great leaders, to truly lead the world in the right direction, is incredibly difficult. It requires moral fortitude, a willingness to stand firm in your values when the temptation to compromise is overwhelming. Think about it. Real leadership isn't just about managing resources or maximizing profits. It's about guiding people in the right direction, even when that direction is unpopular. It's about doing the right thing even when the easiest thing to do is to follow the crowd. It's about making tough decisions even when the pressure is almost unbearable. To lead effectively, you have to be wise enough to guard that which is most precious in life. And what is that exactly? It's not money. It's not fame. It's not even power. It's your integrity, your values, and your purpose. These are the things that can quite easily be lost. And once they're gone, everything else falls apart. When you look at history, you have to separate the wheat from the chaff. You see leaders who were admired in their time, but then became forgotten or discredited when the world saw the flaws that were hidden behind the charisma. And then you see those who were misunderstood, even vilified in their time, but whose true greatness became clear only later, when history had time to judge them correctly. That's why leadership isn't just about winning in the moment. It's about knowing that your actions will stand the test of time, that your decisions will echo long after you're gone. And let's be honest, we've all stumbled, but the key difference is what great leaders do. They stumble uphill. You'll fall, you'll fail, but it's always in pursuit of something greater, in pursuit of a vision, in pursuit of purpose, in pursuit of something that will outlast you. When you're at the top, it's easy to lose perspective. It's easy to become isolated in your success. But true leadership is the ability to stay humble in the face of greatness. It's remembering that your power doesn't make you above others. It makes you responsible for others. And here's the ultimate question. What will you leave behind? What will people remember you for? Will it be for your ability to climb or your ability to help others climb with you? To lead the world in the right direction, you have to have wisdom to guard that which is precious. and the moral strength to do what's right, no matter how difficult it becomes. Because leadership isn't about staying on top. It's about guiding others to the top while staying true to who you are and what you stand for. So I'll leave you with this. As you rise in life, power, or influence, never forget to ask yourself, who am I really answering to? And remember that no matter how far you climb, the most important thing you can protect is your integrity and your ability to lead with wisdom, courage, and heart.